Serengeti steppe, where every morning sunbeam pierces the golden grass and every breeze carries the fierce roar of the rulers. Here, in this environment, every form of life is governed by a strict and unforgiving law of nature. Survival is reserved only for those who are the most powerful, and the most resilient. In this world, only the strongest individuals are granted the right to continue existence. From this point forward, their arduous journey truly begins, a journey woven with blood, sweat, and the instinct to survive. Each step is a test of their endurance, as they face obstacles that push them to their limits. The path ahead is uncertain and filled with hardship, demanding not only strength but also unwavering determination. Yet, despite the pain and exhaustion, they press on, driven by hope and the will to overcome whatever lies ahead. In a corner of the forest, where light rarely reaches, the lioness mother lies on the dry grass, her body trembling after the exhausting ordeal of giving birth. Beside her are 3 lion cubs that have just been born. Lion cubs are born with their eyes closed and their bodies small and weak. At this stage, these young animals are completely unable to feed themselves or protect themselves from harm. They are entirely dependent on their mothers for nourishment and safety, as they have not yet developed the strength or skills needed to survive on their own. The only thing they truly have to help them is their fine coat, which, during the first few weeks, the lioness mother must separate herself from the pride. This is not only to protect the cubs from external dangers, but also to avoid attracting the attention of the males in the pride. An adult male lion, if he discovers that the cubs within his pride are not of his own genetic lineage, will, without hesitation or remorse, proceed to kill those young cubs in order to ensure that only his offspring survive. Not far from where the lioness mother was hiding, a hyena smelled colostrum. Its eyes shone brightly and gleaming in the darkness. Each step the lioness took was slow, deliberate, and carefully calculated, as if she was weighing every possible outcome before making her next move. The lioness mother, guided by her sharp instincts and years of experience in the wild, quickly recognizes the imminent danger lurking nearby. As soon as the hyena, with its sly and cautious demeanor, poked its head out from the dense, shadowy bushes, the lioness mother did not hesitate for a moment. She charged forward with a burst of terrifying speed and determination, her powerful muscles propelling her across the ground as she sought to protect her young from any threat. The roar echoed throughout the area, causing the predator to flee. This is the cub's first lesson. Life in the Serengeti is not for the weak. The lioness hardly ever leaves her cubs during the first few weeks. At all times she must be alert to every sound, to every movement. Her eyes constantly scan her surroundings, ready to leap into any fight to protect her cubs. But in the Serengeti, danger is always lurking, and this is only the beginning of the challenges. At 6 weeks old, the young lions are old enough to leave the shelter and follow their mother back to the pride. This is an important milestone in their journey to adulthood, where the world opens up before their eyes for the very first time. The lion pride is not just a place of protection, but also the first school for the cubs. Every adult female in the pride acts as a nanny. They gently guide their cubs on how to recognize one another, understand the language of growls, and interpret territorial signals. The cubs, of a curious nature, begin to explore their surroundings. They stumbled and rolled on the ground, but their eyes were filled with excitement. One quiet morning, while the pride was peacefully resting by the riverbank, a small, cautious herd of gazelles slowly approached the open hunting area. The adult females quickly spread out, forming a hunting formation. Out of curiosity, a clumsy cub ran after its mother. Its little paws were unsteady and made loud noises on the ground. The herd of antelope got scared and ran away. Instead of scolding, the lioness gently, patiently, and reassuringly led her cub back to the pride. This is the first lesson for them to understand that on the savannah, every action must be carefully calculated. Not all young lions integrate easily into the pride. Some animals are often ignored or even yelled at by the adults. This is nature's way of teaching them that patience and adaptability are vital factors. Every day the cubs learn a little more. They take small but significant steps and prepare for the arduous journey to adulthood that awaits them. As the golden dawn slowly spread across the vast Serengeti steppe, the lions slowly awoke. This is not just any morning. After several days of hunger, the pride decided to set their sights on a bigger target, a massive herd of wild buffalo grazing nearby. Weighing up to 700 kilograms, the wild buffalo is not an easy prey. They are strong, have sharp horns, and always move in a herd. But for the lions, it is the ultimate test of coordination and hunting skills. From a distance, the adult females of the pride began to watch the buffalo herd. They are in no hurry to attack. Instead, each one moved silently through the bushes, closing the distance without making a sound. In the background, the lion cubs were also watching the hunt. This is their first practical lesson to understand that hunting is not only about strength, but also about the art of patience and calculation. A lioness stopped, her sharp eyes fixed on an old buffalo standing at the edge of the herd. This was the ideal target, large but slow. And moreover, one that could easily be left behind when the buffalo herd fled. Buffalo, though strong and full of effort, could withstand the perfect coordination of the lions. The lions quickly gathered around the prey. The cubs, although they do not participate directly in the hunt, if they are allowed access to enjoy it, they bite and tear pieces of flesh. They learn to handle their prey under the watchful eye of their mother. For young lions, this is not only a plentiful meal, but also a valuable lesson in coordination, patience, and even danger when facing powerful prey. Although they are the rulers of the savannah, lions still cannot avoid the dangers lurking from their rivals, both from within and from outside. On a quiet night in the savannah, while the lions slept after a plentiful meal, the long howl of the hyenas echoed in the darkness. That sharp sound was not only a warning of danger, but also a challenge. A pack of more than 20 hyenas was approaching, and the smell of meat from the leftovers was enticing them. Their overwhelming numbers. They are not afraid of lions. For them, this is an opportunity to get food without having to hunt. The alpha male of the lions, sensing the danger, stood up and let out a majestic roar. But the hyena, with boldness and patience, kept advancing. The battle began when a hyena ran in, trying to reach the remains of a gazelle. Immediately, the lioness rushed forward. Her sharp claws dug deep into the challenger, forcing the hyena to retreat. But hyenas never act alone. Quickly they surrounded, targeting the gaps between the members of the lion pride. A juvenile separates from the group, becoming an ideal target. The hyena rushed in, but the lioness mother appeared quickly. With a precise leap, she brought down the lead hyena, causing the entire pack to fall back. Although they won, the lions couldn't avoid getting injured. The alpha male had a torn ear, and the lioness mother had deep scratches on her shoulder. But for the young cubs, this is the first lesson to understand that strength comes not only from muscles, but also from solidarity. When they reach 2 or 3 years old, the young male lions of the pride must leave. This is not only a law of nature, but also a way to begin their journey to find new territories and herds. Leaving the protection of their mother and pride, the young male lion enters a world full of challenges. They must hunt alone, face hunger and thirst, and avoid larger predators. During this journey, young males usually band together, forming small groups to increase their chances of survival. A group of young male lions, often brothers or close relatives, can work together as a team to hunt for food more effectively and to challenge other dominant alpha males. By cooperating, they increase their chances of successfully taking over the leadership of a pride and gaining control over its members. After months of wandering, a young and strong male lion returned to the savannah where he was born. But this time, he is no longer a cub. Facing the alpha male, he let out a powerful roar, a challenge that could not be refused. A battle erupted between two giant beasts. The sound of claws clashing and powerful bites shook every corner of the grassland. Chop, chop, chop. In the end, after precise and decisive attacks, the young male lion emerged victorious. the old male was driven away and the lions accepted the new king with a thunderous roar. The young lion declared his power, marking the beginning of a new era. As the sun gradually sets over the Serengeti steppe, the red light seems to adorn a majestic image of nature. In that place, the cycles of life never cease. A new king has ascended to the throne, but his immense responsibility to protect the entire pride and to face many challenges has only just begun. Meanwhile, a brand new litter of tiny, playful lion cubs is born into the heart of the savannah, bringing with them a renewed sense of hope, energy, and vitality to the entire pride. Their arrival marks an important moment for the group, ensuring the future of the lions and strengthening the bonds among its members. The Serengeti Savannah, with all its harshness, untamed wilderness, and breathtaking wild beauty, is a place where endless stories of life and death are written every single day. Each powerful roar that echoes across the vast plains is a reminder to all creatures that, although life is fleeting and often unpredictable, the indomitable spirit and enduring strength of the lion will live on forever, inspiring awe and respect in every generation that witnesses it.